This is Help with Construction Math Problems with me, Elias Lopez. Today we will be finding the square footage of a soffit, and the question we were asked goes as following. Your boss has asked you to determine the total area of 5/16-inch plywood required for the soffit on a new house. The rectangular house that has exterior wall-to-wall dimensions of 64 feet by 74 feet has an 8/12 slope roof. The soffit will be installed 15 inches measured from the top of the exterior wall's double top plate. How much plywood in square feet is required? Round to the nearest square foot. Okay, so before we do anything, we must identify the key information. The first piece of key information is that the exterior wall-to-wall dimensions is 64 by 74 feet. The next piece of information is that we have an 8/12 sloped roof. The next piece is that the soffit will be installed 15 inches measured from the top of the exterior wall's double top plate. The next piece of information is that we're asked to find plywood in square feet. And the last piece is that we must round to the nearest square foot. Okay, so now you want to picture the problem just so you have an idea of what we're dealing with. This here is a top view of our rectangular house. As you can see, we have the 64 by 74 wall dimensions. And we have an exterior rectangle to represent my idea of a soffit. The next image you see is a side view of the house. As you can see, I have included the 8/12 sloped roof and the 15 inches from the double top plate. And this blue part you see right here is the soffit. So now we must identify the formulas used for this. So first, since we have to find the soffit, we will use the formula rise over run equals vertical projection over horizontal projection. And as you can see, I made the note that once you find the answer to this equation, that will actually give us the soffit length. So once you get the soffit length, you will plug that into this equation, which is length times width equals area. And as you can see, I have made the note that you do times 2 to shorten the work. You will find out what I mean by that later in the video. Next thing we must do is identify the units. So our house dimensions are in feet. Our roof slope is in inches. Our measurement from the top plate is in inches. And our soffit measurement will also be in inches. First step. So we must use the rise over run equals vertical projection over horizontal projection to find the soffit. Since our rise is 8 and our run is 12, we will plug that in. And since our vertical projection, which is also our measurement from the top plate, is 15, we will put that on top, and we are solving for the soffit, aka x. Now we must cross multiply. After cross multiplying, we will get 8x equals 180. Now you must divide 8 to both sides. When doing this, the left side will cancel out and we will be left with x equals 22.5. Now remember, the soffit is in inches, so our soffit is 22.5 inches. Now that we have the soffit, we will do the real work. We must now use the length times width equals area equation to find the soffit around the house. To make my life easier, I converted the inches of the soffit to feet. 22.5 inches converts to 1.9 feet. Now I have split up the sides of the house, and this side will be 64, but the bottom and top sides will actually be longer. And in order to do that, we must take into account that the soffit is 1.9 feet. So now we do 74 feet plus 1.9 feet plus 1.9 feet, which gives us a total length of 77.8 feet. And the sides remain 64 as they were untouched. Now we use the equation. 77.8 feet times 1.9 feet gives us 147.82 square feet. And as I mentioned earlier, we will do times 2 to shorten our work, which gives us a total of 295.64 square feet for the top and bottom sides. Now since the side left and right side have remained untouched, we will just do 64 feet times 1.9 feet. This gives us 121.6 square feet. and we'll also times that by 2, which gives us 243.2 square feet. Now all we must do is add 295.64 plus 243.2, which gives us 538.84 feet. But we are not done, as we were asked to round to the nearest square foot. So our soffit is 539 square feet. And that is how you find the square footage of a soffit. Thank you.